Okay. What's up, guys? It's If You Know, You Know 411 TV, and I'm back with another one. This one I couldn't let go for a long time. I really need to address this because this is a cultural conversation. And when it comes to our culture, public figures are very important. Why are they important? Because they tend to lead the masses, they insert thought, ideas, and influence. So we cannot act as if we live in a bubble and the people who have large platforms don't have an influence on our lives. We buy their products, their words either affect us in a positive way or a negative way. You can choose to ignore it, but the fact that it is placed in you know, your consciousness is, you can't negate that fact. So we are here to discuss Kanye West constantly gaslighting and taking the black community on his mental health journey with him. I feel like this is all my opinion. I honestly feel like him wanting to acculturate into white society, be accepted into white society, and it drives his proximity to white society, his desire to be accepted, be it the fashion world, be it white women. Kanye West seeks out whiteness under the cloak of equity for black people, and he uses his blackness. He weaponizes blackness when it's convenient for him, at his convenience. Um, it was May 1st, 2018, when he said on TMZ that slavery was a choice. Meanwhile, he's in a contract that dictates he cannot retire from music. That has to be his number one profession until the day he dies. He can't choose to become a clothes maker full time. He has to be a music artist. But slavery is a choice. Um, September 29th, 2018, he wore a MAGA hat on SNL. And he said, "There's so many times I like to talk to a white person about this, and they say, 'How could you like Trump? He's racist.'" And he goes, "Well, if he was concerned about racism, he would have moved out of America a long time ago." So he's been doing this. 2018 is 4 years ago, and I think that's when my first issue started with him. I had no issues with him outside of that. He can do what he wants to do, but when you start playing with my culture, my history, your history, you can do what you want with your history, but my history, our shared history, you can't do that. So that's where my issue lies. Um, we're not even going to go into all of his outbursts, you know, but he's not going to weaponize blackness and be like, "Oh, my black children this, my black children that." Your children are also half white. You sought out a white mother for your children. How dare you gaslight the black community as if we need to rally up and save your kids from their mom and their family that you chose? You be kicking it with them. They get the VIP passes, they get the free Yeezys, and we have to save them from their family. We have to save them from Kris Jenner. Ma, but when you drop an album, everyone's gonna go crazy. We're gonna support you. You want us to buy your STEM players. You want us to go to your concerts. You want us to stay up past 12. You want us to believe that you're going to release an album when you never release it when you say that you do. You want us to trust you, but you keep throwing dirt, you keep throwing mud. It's weird. We understand you have bipolar disorder, and maybe that's what you're projecting and reflecting. Maybe that's what we're seeing. One minute you're pro black, and then the next minute you're pro white. If you, with your large platform, wants to put out the statement White Lives Matter, whether the CEO of Black Lives Matter is a crook or not, whether she brought private property or not, with the funds or not. Whether all of that is, you should understand the fundamental meaning of Black Lives Matter, not the organization, but the tenet, the principle. But you choose not to, and you choose to keep it very surface, very basic, and gaslight both black and white communities for your gain. Because I didn't see you calling on the white communities to save your children. It was the black voices. Where I never see a white celebrity align themselves with you and stand next to you when you're spiraling out of control. But it's always Dave Chappelle. It's always the black ones, the black rappers, the black actors that come to your rescue. You should be ashamed of yourself. You have children chanting your mother's name, a dead woman's name. Good morning, Donda, 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 Donda. Are you crazy? What kind of Illuminati ritual chanting, spirit summoning shit do you have these kids into? Who accredited your school? I want to fucking know. Absolutely insane. There should be no room for it. I'm sorry, we live in a democracy. There is room for it, but it shouldn't be allowed to continue. It's dangerous. You're playing with a very slippery slope, and it may cost you your life because you're playing with the emotions of people who are extremists and radicalists. We won't tap into that, but what I will say, Kanye, tread lightly and reel back. Be insightful and be informative. And with that, if you know, you know.